Hey guys, welcome back. In the last video, I showed you guys that the limit as theta approaches 0 of sine theta over theta is equal to 1. So if you guys didn't have an opportunity to take a look at that, then please do. But right now we're just going to accept that the limit as theta goes to 0 of sine theta over theta is equal to 1. Or if you want to use x, you can just use x. In this video, I'm going to prove that 1 minus cosine theta over theta, the limit as theta approaches 0 is equal to 0. Now, if anybody tries direct substitution, you'll get 0 over 0. So, before we even go on to that, I just want to remind you guys of something else. Sine 0 is equal to 0, cosine 0 is equal to 1, and sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1. Okay? So that's what we need to remember for this. So how do we show that 1 minus cosine theta over theta, the limit as theta approaches 0, is going to be 0? Well, this is how we'll do it. I'm going to first multiply top and bottom by 1 plus cosine theta. Isn't it true that when you multiply a number by a number over of the same number, it's similar to multiplying it by 1? So I'm really not changing anything by multiplying this by 1 plus cosine theta. Okay? How do we multiply fractions? Top times top, bottom times bottom. So 1 minus cosine theta times 1 plus cosine theta, you guys can work it out for yourselves, but that's 1 minus cosine squared theta. On the bottom, I'm not going to distribute that. I'm just going to leave it just like this. Okay? If you guys take a look up here, where I put this black star, 1 minus cosine squared theta, if you minus that to this side, you'll get that's equal to sine squared theta. Okay? So from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go to a new page, but I'm going to split that up. So I have sine squared theta. That can be written as sine theta times sine theta, right? So that's this guy right here. On the bottom, I have theta times 1 plus cosine theta. Well, that could be split up as, think about it for a second. If I ask you guys to multiply 2/3 times 1/4, you would say that's 2 times 1 over 3 times 4. So similarly, you can separate them because it's a product. So that's what I did there. I just separated them. Great. Now I'm going to apply the limit. The limit as theta approaches 0 of this guy here, if you guys remember my property, my limits property video, you can just separate each one, right? Times the limit as theta approaches 0 of this guy here. Okay, direct substitution, well, this guy here, I know we just learned from the last video, is equal to 1. If I use direct substitution for this guy here, I get sine 0 is 0, cosine 0 is 1, so this is 0 over 2, which is just 0. So 1 times 0 is 0. Therefore, now we have the limit as theta approaches 0 of cosine theta minus 1 over theta is equal to 0. Or you guys can reverse it and say 1 minus cosine theta over theta is equal to 0 as long as the limit approaches 0. So that's what we got for this. In our next video, we're just going to try some examples. I hope you come back.